Hey kids, we're back live on this channel, Guitar Quackery Live. Today we're doing something unusual. Unusual for this channel, not unusual in the world. Yeah, so just so you know, this is a live streaming channel, not the main channel, which is, produce content type of channel. The main channel is Guitar Quackery. This is Guitar Quackery Live. So what are we doing here today? Like I said, something unusual, because it isn't a guitar repair, but it is a repair of a part for another musical instrument. And it is this little screen. Okay, it comes from a keyboard. And this ribbon cable is damaged. We are at Bob Elliott's Music Makers NY. That's the studio. The keyboard belongs to the studio, and Bob Elliott, the owner of the studio, tried to repair it. Now, he had some success with this. He repaired another one, but now let me try to work on this one. So here is the ribbon cable. As you can see, has been cut. So now I just need to expose the metal so that we can reconnect it. He already tried here, to use some sandpaper, and I'm going to do the same thing, but I will use this equipment here. I have here this I think this is 600 grit sandpaper. It's self-adhesive, and I am going to first make a tool. I kind of already made a tool, but with a, I believe this is 220 grit, so I don't want to use coarse sandpaper. Just simply going to use the other side of this blade to mount this 600 grit paper on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 600 grit. To be honest with you, I don't really know, but it feels like the right grit for the job. So just like that, and I am going to just cut it. All right. And then I'm going to put this tool into the holder handle. Just like that. All right. Now this is actually a blade. It's sharp on this side, but now I'm using the other side. All right, for sanding and scraping or whatever, right? So let's get busy here. I jigged up this part just under the microscope here, and here we go. We have the ribbon cable. Let me place it in the middle, and I just use what I got. This is actually a fret rocker. So let's zoom in. I'll start, let me zoom in. I'll start at this end here that's exposed now. So let's see. Maybe scraping like this. Obviously, the objective is to remove, to completely remove the plastic, but without damaging the copper, so that we can establish a connection. I also wonder if scraping with a blade might work. So I'll just use a, yeah, that seems to work. Just like that. I'm happy so far with what I'm seeing. The blade that I'm using isn't too sharp. It's a used blade, and I think that helps so that I don't cut through. I'm told that if I fix this, I'll save quite a few dollars because this ribbon cable isn't sold separately. It is attached to the screen, to the LCD screen. Is it LCD? I don't know. Yeah, I actually like using the dull blade instead of the sandpaper. I think that's a good way to do this. And this way I can really zoom in on each individual connection. And just keep scraping. And only touch the part where I see that there's plastic over the copper. For whatever reason, this part is a bit stubborn. So I'm pushing upwards now. Okay, that's good. That's pretty good. Maybe we throw a little more light on the specimen. It looks like I should be done in a few minutes. Okay. So no sandpaper after all, I guess. Of course, if I cut through it, then I ruin the whole thing. So this is kind of like cutting the string slots on a nut. If I ruin one of these connections, this whole section is ruined. Now I'm going to have to cut it short again and start over. To be honest, this is going quickly, better than I expected. And what I'm doing is I'm basically just holding it like this and then just scraping it on the other side of the fret rocker. Just like that. Now obviously you don't see what I'm doing, but I'm going to switch the cameras. That's that. And here is what I see. I think we must be about halfway through by now. I'm not sure why this is giving me a hard time. Now I just almost damaged the tip here. I might have to cut it a little shorter. Seems like I peeled off the copper right here at the tip. Okay, so now at this point I want to just evaluate where I'm at. I got how many more? Looks like 4 more. Okay, so let's hold it from above, like that. And here we go. It looks like Bob already sanded some of the insulation at this end of the ribbon cable. It feels thinner. Okay, 2 more, and then I just need to trim the front end. Now the only thing is that this is probably going to work, but these connections are not going to be gold plated. So normally a ribbon connector, I believe, would have a gold plated connector. So copper is going to oxidize over time, and then we'll have to service it at that time. Okay. But at least this buys us some time. Again, I see that I do have a viewer, so I'm repairing this little screen here. It's part of a keyboard, and the keyboard is owned by by Bob Elliott's Music Makers here. So I'm just helping out. We have a reciprocal working relationship here, so it's kind of like I scratch your back, you scratch my back kind of relationship, and it works. Also, it's an opportunity to do a video that's about something else other than polishing frets, and perhaps also educational and useful. Now I'm going to just trim the front. So I'm just using guitar tools, obviously. Here is, this is the string spacing rule. I'm going to use it here to trim the front. Okay, because I did damage some of the copper ribbon cables here at the front. So we just want to trim them. But I just realized that, in fact, I need to put a fresh X-Acto blade here on this holder. So while I was using a dull blade for the scraping, I really need a really sharp blade for the cutting, obviously. Let me just make this adjustment. I want to cut off as little as possible, but as much as needed. Here I'm holding it down with my thumb, and I'm going to cut this in multiple passes. So first I just scratch it, because if I try to push too hard, it's going to misalign everything. Ah, there. Okay. I think this is good. Now let's see what we have. So all of them look nice and shiny, and I believe this is going to work. So this took about 15 minutes. Yeah, we got it done. Now I need to, I don't have the keyboard here. I'm just going to give the part to Bob Elliott. Again, Bob Elliott is the owner of Music Makers, the big rehearsal studio here where I rent the space. And I'm doing him a favor because he's a nice guy. Hey, Bob, there you go. Try it. And I was live streaming. Yeah. It's all good. I think it's going to work. Yeah. Okay, kids, thank you for watching. This was an unusual live stream, but, you know, it's, well, unusual subject matter for a guitar channel, but it's still music related. If you are in New York, just please come by. This is Bob Elliott's Music Makers on 36th Street, Midtown Manhattan. Just look it up. Oh, you know what? I'll put a link below. How about that? And I'm getting ready to do some more work on guitars, so perhaps I'll see you soon. Thank you very much. Let's talk soon.